The other day I made a video about how Lauren Boebert had pretty much stuck to her guns in terms of keeping her name on the discharge petition despite humongous pressure from her own party and even more shockingly from Donald Trump himself. And there were a lot of comments that were very dismissive of her, sticking to her principles on this. So I want to talk to you today about another woman who has done the exact opposite, Megyn Kelly. Back in the 2016 presidential election, she and Donald Trump had a very contentious relationship where she challenged him for his derogatory comments about women. And then he made some really inflammatory comments after that about blood coming out of her eyes and out of wherever. And then a few years later, when the Me Too movement happened, again, Megyn Kelly was a champion for the Me Too movement, sharing her own experiences with sexual harassment and really celebrating the Me Too movement and calling out men for using their positions of power to harm women. Now, Megyn Kelly has gone on the air and literally defended Jeffrey Epstein, saying that he wasn't a pedophile because a 15-year-old isn't a child, because it's not a 5-year-old, that a pedophile is only somebody who goes after a 5-year-old as opposed to a 15-year-old. Megyn Kelly, by the way, has a daughter who is about to turn 15. She's out there on TV making excuses for Jeffrey Epstein, which we all know is also her way of making excuses for Donald Trump. And that is why I made a video saying let's recognize that Lauren Boebert has stuck to her principles, because most Republican women never do that. And just to be very clear, I'm not saying you should ever vote for Lauren Boebert. I'm just saying credit where credit's due, because she could do a Megyn Kelly.